Mary, come get them.
Good morning.
Hey, Will.
How are you this morning? Can you hear me okay? Oh, I'm not hearing you. Can you hear me? I'm not hearing you. You can hear me though. Okay, we'll go on. If you need to talk to me, just know that I can't hear you. I'm not hearing anything from your end. Okay, we'll go ahead. Good. And just go ahead and continue down that long side with him, just like you have him, right on down to the next corner. Really good this morning, starting off. Try to pick up the tempo a little bit, give him a little tap. Always keep him catching up to you. Oh, there, I can hear you now.
Loud. Oh, you can hear me loud, but down, Marlon.
I can hear you now.
Oh.
Okay, good.
Up a little.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you, Will. Thank you.
Okay, good. And I can hear you. Good. And once again, just reach back and give him a little tap and speed up, see if we can just get him to take a little bigger step. But this is really nice this morning. Much less reactive. Keep that going. Just like that. Whenever he wants to look to the outside, just reach back and give him a little touch and keep him going forward. And just keep that walk going. Let's go ahead and go to the rail with him. I just want you to keep going down the rail since that's his spooky moment there. Just like that.
He got a little overexcited there and started to sort of push hard ahead. So that's why I turned around.
Good.
Reacting.
Keep that going. And just keep him up alongside your shoulders, or you're shoulder to shoulder with him all the time. That's what keeps you from getting run over if they decide to spook. You're just a little bit more active again. Ask him to step up to you. You're starting to get ahead of him now, so reach back and ask him to, there you go, till you're right alongside that shoulder. Right there is where I want you. Good. And just keep that going right on down to the next corner. Very nice. Just like that. Keep them going through the corner, same active rhythm. Very nice. Same thing here, straight ahead. Very good. Very nice. Just like that. Now go ahead and turn out to the center of the school and then halt on the center line and change directions. That's really good this morning.
He's been getting better.
That's it.
And go. And walk.
Very good. And just keep that going. Same thing they did the other way. He looks to the outside, just reach back and give him a little tap. And that's exactly what you do if you're riding. You know, you just turn them away from what they're looking at and put your legs on and keep going. Once again, it's always a mistake to let horses stop and look at everything they want to look at. Pretty soon they won't go anywhere at all. Keep that going down the long side. Very nice. Good. And just keep that going. Very nice, right there. Very good boy this morning.
Yeah. Okay, Henry.
Good. Just keep that going. Very nice. And you can go ahead and cut across the school there and go to your lunge line. We're ready to start lunging. So what I'm going to have you do is we're going to lunge and then we'll finish with work in hand, just because he's been a
Okay.
little, that will settle in that way. And then we'll do the final work in hand after we lunge.
Okay.
But that was really good starting off this morning. Very nice.
Yeah. Yeah. That
But
was
look how nice and
fantastic.
foamy his mouth is. His mouth is looking really good this morning. Look at that.
Yeah.
It's really nice and foamed up, and he's
Yeah.
keeping the mouth shut. So that tells us that he's really beginning to accept the bit, so to speak. Very, very
Yeah.
nice.
He doesn't have the bit I really wanted for him. Marlon did a return for me out of state. You know, I got something and he was going by the place out of state. They didn't have the size. So he's got one in his mouth that's like the middle of it is like a circle, like a ball. I don't know.
Right. Well, it should have a link in the center. Is that what you have? Like there's a link in the center of it.
It has a link, but it's a circle. It's a total sphere. Whereas the other ones were kind of like a, you know, like
A lozenge.
little more of an egg butt type thing, you know.
Right.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Well, when you can, I
He
would change
doesn't
that
seem to
too.
mind.
Yeah, he seems to be
Yeah.
fine, and he's happy with it. So you're okay. And once again, since we're same issue, let's go over the top of the head with the line, since we're still thinking he might, once again, until we're surely sure he's over all that.
Yeah, he's gotten better, but yesterday he did kind of react to something and run, but he didn't pull away. And
Right.
one time he pulled out just really slowly. But yeah, we're not totally there yet, but it's definitely improving.
Great.
Okay, good. Just off. Okay. He's really a trickier horse to work around on the ground than I'm used to, but okay.
How's the other one doing?
Much better. He got over his cold. Now another one has it, but it's not as bad. Oberon had it pretty. He was coughing.
Oh no!
Like probably 150 times a day at least.
Oh sure.
Just coughing constantly. And now he's on the last little bit of steroid.
Oh good.
He did an antibiotic and then steroid. So I was relieved about that. I didn't want him. Hopefully he's not going to be a horse that's coughing all the time.
Yep.
Okay, come on. Okay, let's go. For you.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because people don't think of this, but you know, horses have allergies just like humans do. Once in a while, you run into one that's allergic to whatever you're feeding them or something in the environment.
Yeah, I think he actually almost like had pneumonia. His lungs were very full of very noisy and you know, so
that sounds like pneumonia. Yeah, something more serious.
Yeah.
So it turned into something beyond the cold.
Yeah, right. It needed to be treated. So, all right, that looks kind of
glad
funny.
he's doing better.
Still... Yeah, I've been getting him out, and boy, he looks great. It's so nice to see. They really don't forget anything.
No, they don't. And once you understand that, all you got to do is go back to stretching them a couple of days, and the top line comes right back, and there you are. That's how it
even
should
this basic work in hand is helpful for the other horses too, because like Oberon, pokey, you know, and that's really helped me be a little more effective about the pokiness.
That's great.
And so he was keeping up with me better, and so that's been really neat.
Excellent. Yeah, once you realize that, you know, you're doing all the same things from the ground that you would be doing riding, you're just not putting yourself in harm's way by being on top of them, you know, with young horses. And once again, I always remind people to go back and read the Spanish Riding School's original book, Complete Training of the Horse and Rider. I mean, they lunged for 2 years before they ever got on horses.
Yeah.
And then you get on, you know, the horse has muscle, it's learned, knows the job, you know. I mean, would you get in a car and start down the road if you didn't have brakes on it? You know, probably not if you had any braids. The same thing is true of horses.
Hey, Will, I'm going to take off this vest. It just suddenly got really hot out here.
Okay, that's fine.
Started out really cool this morning.
I really like how he's
Are you
starting to
getting
walk there.
rain?
We haven't gotten it yet out here, but we're getting it up in northern, up at Karen's. It's raining.
Yeah.
They're having a deluge up there, but we need some down here. We've had nothing. I wish we would get it. I keep holding my breath.
Yeah. Yeah, I
I
wish you could have some rain.
made the decision a couple of years ago when Karen moved up there to just turn off all this watering that we were doing on my property here. You know,
Sure.
it cost me $500 a month to water fruit trees that were being eaten by the rats. And basically, $500 a
Yep.
month to get like two peaches and a piece of a plum. Ridiculous.
Yep.
That's really nice this morning. I'm really liking this walk. It's got a little more activity to it than it had the last time I saw you. Already starting to stretch out into it, even though he's not all the way stretched, but he's walking very regularly and keeping over his top line. This is really good. Keep that going.
Yep.
Really nice this morning. Good. Good. Very nice.
Oh boy.
And once again, the beauty of the walk is we can do a lot of it.
Hmm.
You can't, canter or trot a horse for a half an hour at a time or an hour at a time, but you can walk them for hours at a time. I always
Yeah.
remind everybody, and remember when people came to the West from the East, they didn't gallop all the way there, they walked on their horses,
Right.
Really nice this morning. This is really good. This is a big improvement over what I saw a week ago with this horse. Really nice. Yeah, he's stretching more easily. The neck has come out longer. The walk is very nice and regular 4 beat.
Yeah.
That's really good. Keep that going. Very nice. That's really good. Really, really nice this morning. Keep that going. So if we can get him all the way there like this in the walk before we even start the trot, how fantastic is that? That's what we'd like to see.
Hmm.
And look how nice, completely relaxed the underside of that neck is. And we see how the top line is. We can see it lighting up literally right there. Really nice. Really, really nice. And go ahead and ask him to trot.
And go top.
Same thing here. Every time he wants to look to the outside, just bring him onto a little smaller circle and then push the hindquarters away without making a big deal of it, just to bring his attention like right there. Just start to bring him a little smaller and yield the hindquarters. Like that. Very nice. Really good this morning. Good. So you can get the trot just a little bit more right there. That's where I want it, right? Yeah, that's the perfect activity right there. Stretches into it a little more, be right there. Good. That's really nice. Now go ahead and start moving your circle here. Just move it down towards that end a little bit. We're moving him around. Same thing here. If he looks to the outside, just bring him on that little smaller circle, yield his hindquarters, and let it back out again. Just like that. Very nice. That is fantastic today. Just like that. And just keep yourself in that position right there. So each time you go to a new area, just stay right there until he relaxes into it. Good. Now go ahead and move yourself a little bit. Come over to the other corner a little bit. So you can move across that end a little bit. Good.
Little traffic coming here.
All right, keep going. Just keep him going. There we go. Now bring yourself more towards the center line there a bit. And begin to move back down in this direction a little bit, even if he's not perfect in that corner there. We're just going to move around a little more again. Like that. Let yourself come on down the center line now, keeping him on that little smaller circle, but come on down the center line a bit. So we're moving him around. Yeah. Very nice. Keep that going. Yeah, just keep that going. Once again, every time he looks to the outside, just bring him on that little smaller circle. Keep it going. Like that. He wants to crowd you a little bit. That's it. Keep it going. Now asking back to a walk.
And walk.
Yeah, just let him walk again like that. Very nice. Keep that walk going. Yeah, it looks like you have a beautiful day there this morning.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how it was going to work because we had rain yesterday afternoon for quite a while, and the arena was pretty wet anyway, but it was okay.
It seems to drain pretty well there. That's good. Just
No,
keep that walk.
not
No, it
really.
doesn't. Well, considering
no.
it rained.
Yeah, it didn't rain enough to make it bad, so.
Let's keep that going. They're saying we might get some rain next Friday. I'm hoping that happens.
Yeah.
Looking a little dry. That's really good. I like that. Really nice walk. Just like that. Now, as you come to the center line, go ahead and halt and change directions.
And move. And move. And move.
Oh, there we go.
Where is it? Andrew just wrote me this morning asking me if I would take Kara. Well,
I'm sorry, who wrote to you? Sandra?
Sandra, yeah.
Asking if you
if I would take Kara for her,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
I don't know if I can do it or not. It's just I have 3 that I'm working now. One's quite old, but so I don't know. So I have to think about that.
I'm hoping
like a sensitive horse.
She is. I'm hoping Sandra changes her mind on all. She's so freaked out about this election.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah. So if there are other people that could really use her, and like once I get a horse, I just drive myself crazy to, I was spending all day out here.
Yeah. Well, I think that horse would not be a great mix, for you. Actually, that horse it needs to be with somebody with as much experience as she has. It's because it could go the other way very quickly. Anyway, I'm hoping she changes her mind about all this. She gets over some of this.
Yeah.
I mean, I was pretty upset about the election thing, but I'm not going to leave the country and throw away everything I'm doing because of it.
Oh, anyway. Right.
She has a
Yeah,
great situation there, but she seems pretty. Anyway, I'm not even talking to her about it. I'm hoping she comes to a better
right.
mindset here before too long.
Yep. Well, I'm
Yeah,
glad I brought it up to you because I
yeah, I'm
didn't
glad you
know
did.
really. I don't have
Yeah,
anybody I could talk to about it, but I just wasn't sure. It's just a handful for me right now.
yeah. She would be too much for you. She needs to be someone,
Yeah,
that's a horse that could go the other way very quickly.
right, right. Especially if it's the third horse or the fourth horse down,
Right,
that I'm
exactly right.
concentrating on.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
yeah, yeah. No, I think the two you have are very suitable for you.
Yes.
They're horses that are going to be really nice and calm, and they don't have that, say they're green, but that horse is another level of excitability. I
Yes.
mean, it's taken us years to get it this far, so I'm just so disappointed that she's going. I don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, she's
No, I
going to get
understand.
over all this,
Yeah.
as I have done. I'm just trying to. All I can say is at least I agree with JFK Jr.'s thing about food additives. So that's one thing I can be happy about. I don't agree with him about
Yeah.
anything else, but a kind of interesting dude that's, and I've been talking about that. I mean, I don't eat any of that kind of food, so I eat no processed food whatsoever. Yeah, really nice here. And go ahead and chop.
And see, right.
Very nice. There we go. Excellent today. Really, really good. Keep that. That's right. Every time he comes up, you just yield the hindquarters a little bit till he comes back into the stretch like that. All there is to it. And though people try, you think about it, and of course that's what leads to all this. People try to exhaust horses that are nervous, right? That never works. You end up killing the horse in the process of trying to get it to relax. Really nice. Keep that. Really good now. Same thing. Every time he comes up, yield the hindquarters. Really good till he's in that position. Really nice there. That's what we want. Him reaching into it. Really nice length of his neck today. And you kind of notice when his head comes up, he starts pulling himself with his front legs until you get him until he starts to stretch down. Then you watch how the shoulders start to swing out a little more because he's starting to push himself rather than pull himself. And of course, these are horses that they do that ridiculous tolt thing with, isn't it?
No.
No, they don't do that
Uh,
gated thing
no,
with these horses.
no.
I guess that's
As slantic horses, they do that,
oh,
but
Icelandic.
not
That's
these
right.
guys.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of course that's the worst thing going. Really nice there. Once again, every time he comes up, just yield the hindquarters till he gets back into the stretch. And of course, that's what we would do if we were riding. Put our legs on and send them forward again, like this. Really good. Really nice. That's what we want right there. And every time he comes up, we just correct it again. Every time. Very consistently. When he goes back into that stretch, then we do nothing at all. We just let everything relax and let him continue until he changes again. That's really nice. Starts to come up, we send him forward again. Good, good. Stay with that. Stay with it. Good. That's good. Stay with it. Keep him going. All right, back. That's good. That's what a good test there. Now just let him bring him on a little smaller circle till he relaxes again. That's right. And he didn't get away with you from you. That's fantastic. And I just let him keep going until he relaxes again. Very good. Really nice. Keep that going. Good. Once again, yeah, that's it. Just yielding his hindquarters every time he's not stretching. Bring a little closer to you, yield his hindquarters so he starts to stretch and let it back out again. It's just like that. Same thing again. Keep it going. I like that. Bring him a little closer to you. And again, yielding his hindquarters so he gets back into the stretch again. Like that. Good job. Yeah, really good. Keep that going. Really good. Get him around now. Keep it going. Good. I like that. Again, bring him a little closer to you every time he looks to the outside there. Good. Keep it going. Very nice. Now let him walk. And keep him walking for a minute. Good. And as you come to the center line, ask him to halt and go ahead and change directions again.
I was listening to a couple of podcasts from Ezra Klein. I don't know if you ever listened to that show.
No.
But he had a poster on that wrote a book about the results of this election a while ago, his prediction, and it's just interesting to get a big picture of some things that are going on that are bigger than just our ideas about our personal feelings, but and convictions. I mean, but also just seeing sort of the big waves of the politics in the world right now, and I thought it was pretty helpful
Yeah,
to think about it in a different way, rather than Marlon gets so upset about every appointment that happens. He just gets so upset and fired up. But
yeah, I hear you.
what do we do now? What do we do now?
Well, we ride it out for the 4 years and keep fighting the good fight where we can.
Yep, that's right.
All we can do. It's like we did last time. Just keep opening up that walk. Nice. I like that. Very good. Make the walk a little more active. There we go. That's more like it. That's the walk I want, like that. Very good. Keep that going. And now go ahead and ask him to trot.
Right.
Good. Very nice. Keep that going. Now try to move straight across so he's working against the side on the other side there a little bit. Good. You just stay there in the center, just like that. Moving him out and tries to crowd you there. Good. Now being sure that you have a good feel of that line, and when you do, just to be sure that you're secure, we're going to ask him to canter. But let's say always just being ready that he might want to take off when you ask for that canter.
Okay,
Good. I like that. Very good. Nice strike off. Really immediate. That was actually very nice. Keep it going. Keep it going. Good. 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 That's good. Now come back to a trot. That was really good.
That's right.
That was a
Yeah,
really
we've been
nice.
practicing
Yeah.
just
That
a
was
little bit like that.
Yeah. That was a really
One
good
circle.
takeoff. Yeah. Very nice. Just like that. And just let him settle again. Keep that going. There you go. Good. Go ahead and canter again.
Sure. Okay, sure.
Yeah. I like that. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. And again, back to a trot.
Trot. Right.
Good. Now get yourself centered on the center line again. Bring him a little closer to you, and let's get him to just soften and relax. Once again. Good. I like that. There we go. Good. Now ask him to walk again.
And
Good boy. Now go ahead and just keep the walk going and walk him down that long side. So let him just go to the rail and just take him on down the long side in that walk. Good job. I like that. Just let him keep on walking right down into that corner. Try to keep the slack out of that range. So if he does take off, he's not stepping through it. I like that. Good job. Just keep that walk going. Very nice. Good job. Just keep that going. On down alongside. Very nice. Good. And step out towards the center a little bit to give yourself a little more room. And then again, ask him to trot.
right.
Yeah. Very nice. I like that. That's excellent. Keep that going. Good. Keep it going. Just once again, yield the sine quarters a little bit. Very nice. I like that. Good. Good. Very good. Very good. Like this. Excellent. Excellent. Very good. Keep that going. Just letting him to just stretch into it a little more consistent. Very nice. Right there. And let him walk.
And walk.
As you come to the center line, halt and go ahead and change directions again.
and hoof. Marlon got some lousy news from his doctor today.
Uh-oh, what's
He
that?
he actually fell off a horse. I feel really badly about it because he's not really a rider, and it's my fault that he even was trying to do this. But he fell off, and his pubic bone got separated,
Oh,
and so they were managing it with hopefully, these different belts and different kinds of therapy would work. And it definitely did not.
oh,
His
bummer.
pelvis really has widened, and so he's going to have to go to probably get surgery.
Oh, what a bummer.
His doctor kept just saying, "I am so sorry. I'm so sorry."
Ugh.
So yeah, I feel really badly about it. So we'll
Oh,
see.
I hope it comes out right.
Yep.
Get to be our age, all this health stuff, my best friend here, his
Yep.
wife just died out of the blue, like 3 months ago. They were supposed to be here at a party at my house. They didn't show up. I get a call from the next morning. She had some weird pain. They went to the hospital. She was riddled with cancer.
Oh my goodness.
Lasted 2.5 months. Just died a week ago. It was terrible.
Wow. I'm sorry about that.
Meanwhile, he's dealing with, heart issues. He may have to have open heart surgery. So
I know.
but as I told him, at least stuff like that they can deal with,
Yes.
plumbing and, structural things.
Yep.
Really nice walk there. And go ahead and trot again.
Right.
A little more active. See how he's pulling a little bit with his front leg. So push those hindquarters to the outside till we start to see that shoulder swing again, like that. Really nice there. And if you feel like you're ready, being sure you're prepared, ask him to canter.
Okay. Wait 1 second.
No problem. Always take your time. I'm never in a hurry. Yeah, really nice there. Really good trot. That's fantastic trot.
Okay. 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 Good boy.
Now just bring him back to a trot. That's the wrong lead, but that's okay. We don't
Trot.
discipline him that for that. He did canter. And then try again.
Boy. Okay. And okay.
There you go. Got it that time. Very good. Keep it going now. Very good. You see his canter is a little better in the other direction. This way he's a little bit hoppy, you might say. Good. And now back to a trot. That was good though, once we got it going. But you see what I mean about his canter in this direction, he kept himself more braced against his front legs rather than just letting the other side is more natural, is more easy for him.
Yeah.
Keep that trot going. Good. Find the stretch again. Once again, bring him closer to you, yield his hindquarters till he starts to stretch into it, and then let him out again. Every time it's always the same thing. As we get him stretched, working correctly, and we make it easier by making the circle larger. I like that. And of course, little things like this go a long way, to get horses to trust us, that they do what we want. We always make their life easier for them once they understand something. So then they start to trust that what we're doing is in their best behavior, best benefits out of best interest, the word I'm looking for. Keep that going. They start working with us rather than against us. And that's something a horse that's been forced into the bridle or forced in any weird way will never give you. There'll always be a slave who doesn't really want to do the work you're asking. And who will get rid of you and whenever they can. Keep that going. Really nice now. Good. Head back into the stretch again. Very nice, like that. That's where we want him. Keep that going like that. That's really good now. That's getting really good. Once again, every time he pops up like that, just yield the hindquarters again. Good. It's getting much more consistent here. Very good now. That's what we want. That's getting really good. Keep that going. Very nice. Good. Keep it going. Bring a little closer and yield the hindquarters a little bit again. He's kind of stalling a little bit there. Good. Right there's where we want him. That's fantastic. Just there. That's the trot we want. Starting to stall a little bit, so make it a little more active again. Get a little bigger swing. Very nice. Really good now. Like this. Excellent. 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 There we go. Just like that. That's fantastic. Get back in the stretch again. There we go. Good. Keep it. Like that. Very nice. Very nice. Keep that. Keep it all the way around the circle. That's really good now. Yield the hindquarters a little bit there. He wants to walk. Here goes. He may want to relieve himself there. Now go ahead and ask him to stop now. Let him see if he wants to go to the bathroom. But as in most things, I say, if he wants to see that he wants to stop, then you got to go a couple more steps, and then so it's always your idea.
Yeah.
But then you can go ahead and halt.
And ho. And ho.
Good boy. Okay, now we can put your reins back on. We're going to do some work in hand. That got to a good place. So you see, I'm just because of his desire to spook and that kind of little things we're going through. That's why I'm switching this up and doing the first kind of work in hand, that sort of basic leading kind of work in hand. And then we lunge him, get him really good mind. Then we put on this reins and do a little regular work in hand.
Okay.
And he should be in a good mindset for doing that now, I hope. But huge improvement this week over what I saw last week. Much more consistent on everything.
I feel comfortable working with him, so I appreciate the tutelage.
You are more than welcome. Really nice. So we just start on a circle to start with. On that big circle, activate the walk and a little more active. Push the hindquarters out. He stretches into the contact with you. Get a little tap here. Bring it a little more actively forward. Like that. Good. Like that. Very nice. Good. Now go down the long side and in the working walk. Like that. Pick up the tempo a little bit. It's a little bit slow. Give him a little tap, and I'm just going to pick up that speed a little bit. Keep him focused. Like that. Really good. Staying right at your shoulder. And remember, if you feel him slow down, tap. Just like if you were riding. Very nice. All the way down into that corner. Good. Like that. And then go ahead and turn by the center line there and do a leg yield to the right. Good. Very good. Keep that going. Very nice. A little more step over. Good. Like that. Really nice. Good walk there. And go ahead back on your big circle again. Encouraging you to stretch all the way down. Very nice. Now go ahead and go large down the long side again. And this time I want you to go through the two corners at the other ends. Just keep him going until we get all the way through both corners. Yeah, keep that going right through this next corner. Just be careful he doesn't start to fall behind you. Keep him right at that shoulder, just like that. Really, really good. Just like that. Very nice. Excellent. Now just walk out to the center line and ask him to halt. Good boy. And then go ahead and change directions. And once again, we'll start on the circle there, just like we did the other way, using the circle to get him right before we then try to go large. And just speed up that walk a little bit and it'll be perfect. Very nice. Just yield his hindquarters just a little bit on the circle there, so he's a little bit shoulder forward on your circle. Keeping the activity. Good. And when you come back to this side, just go ahead and go large down the long side, just like we did the other way. Always keeping him right at that shoulder so he can't run you over. Really nice. And go ahead and turn by the center line and do a leg yield to the left. A little more stepping over. Good. Like that. Very nice. Just keep that walk going down the long side. And we'll continue all the way around this time and go through both corners at the other end. Keep that going just like that. Really nice. Excellent. And right on to the next corner. And just keep going down the long side. That all goes well. Very nice. And then back to your center in the circle. To the circle in the center. And there. And really activating the walk. Last couple of moments here, we're almost done. Really big stretch in that on the circle, yielding the hindquarters a little more, really activating the walk. I like that. Excellent. Keep it going on your big circle there. That's fantastic. There's the walk we want. Every time he comes up, just a little touch of your whip there to send him hindquarters away and re-engage him again. Get a little bit more active, starting to slow down a little bit now. A little tap. Keep it going around your circle. I like that. Really good. Keep it going. Right there. That's what I wanted. Like that. Very nicely done. Just like that. Keep it going. Very nice. And as you come to that center line there, you can halt.
And, good boy.
And pat him on the neck. That was a fantastic workout
Yeah.
this morning. Much improved over last week. He gave you one little run there, but you were able to quickly handle that and he came right back. And that's what it's going to be. You know, he's going to do that occasionally. Young horses, untrained horses just do that sort of thing. And once again, that's why
Yes.
it's so important. That's where, you know, you could make a huge mistake. Once again, that's why it's so important to be ready for these kind of things, because if they never break away from you, you know, you never have that problem. But once they have, they always going to go through back in their mind. So much of that, we
Yes.
want to avoid anything like that in the future as we can. But that's just the way. That was fantastic today. Much improved on your circle, moving out away from you into the corners, came around absolutely beautiful today. Absolutely great. Any questions this
Yes.
morning?
No, I don't think so.
That was great. Next.
The only thing I'm thinking of when you say bring him closer to you or send the hindquarters out, he has a lot of, you know, those times of tension.
Yeah.
There's a lot of rain pressure. I mean, there's nothing I can really do about that except for squeeze and release. And,
Yeah, that's what you do.
I'd
Just
love to.
just
I'd love
give
to
and take.
ideally push him out with my whip, but unfortunately, he still wants to go rather straight. You know.
Well, he's getting over it
Right.
much better. I mean, today was a huge improvement. Everything came around so fast. You know, one little thing
Yeah.
of him getting a little excited once, but really,
Yeah.
absolutely, you're right on track now. So absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Great. Thanks,
Next
Will.
week, are we going next week, same time?
Yeah, we have to see about Marlon's situation,
Oh,
but I will
right.
let you know quickly if something
Oh,
happens and
okay.
we need to punt.
Okay,
Okay.
but I'll put it down and you can just let me know if you need to change it. Sounds good. Well, tell him I
Thank
wish
you.
him well with all of that and thanks for his help once again. And sorry he's having to go through that.
Yeah. Yes.
But
Okay. Thank you, Will.
as I tell everybody about everything these days, it's not cancer. So if it's not there,
That's right.
they're going to fix you. You know,
That's right. That's right.
exactly. All right. I'll see you next week. Great job.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.